All right, man. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Shovelhed podcast. On today is Wednesday, August fucking 6th already. Can you believe that? If you guys go to your Facebook pages, you can share it like right now. It's live. Like I said, it is Wednesday, August 8th. The fucking year is flying by so goddamn fast.
It is. It's
retarded.
Great. Yeah.
I would like to welcome you guys as I'm sharing the live stream and stuff here. I'd like to welcome my guests this afternoon, who you guys have seen before. Well, at least you've met Jay before. So this is Jay Morrison and George Palmer from
like the golfer.
That's right, from the Treed tribute band Human Clay.
But instead of iced tea, it's Daisy.
It is Daisy. We're always going to drink the Daisies, man. That's my gig, man. I'm waiting for them to sponsor me.
Right? Well, the more you mention them, Daisy's social soda.
That's it.
For you, for me.
That's right.
The purple one is the one that I enjoy best.
Grape soda. So we got. I'm trying something a little bit new today with the audio here. We actually, luckily, I have 3 microphones, so hopefully the audio is being picked up pretty nicely by you guys. Welcome to the afternoon, and welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us again.
You're very welcome. I like having. You know how I like to do this.
Yeah,
it's like, just free form way for us to discuss all kinds of shit and then plug, the gigs. And I can't keep up with you guys with your fucking schedule, man. As I go online, every fucking morning, I see more and more dates popping up for you guys. Like now I saw Alabama and all kinds of other fucking places across the country. I guess Rich Rubin is working hard.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, we're getting, we're going to be in Pennsylvania. We're going to be in Georgia. We're doing the big Lou Saab amphitheater. So we're pretty excited about that. And then we got a bunch of gigs in Alabama. We have one in Tennessee. We're going to have a couple coming this week in Mississippi.
Damn.
Yeah, we might have hopefully a nice surprise announcement within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For the state of Florida.
It's a really cool announcement.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not going to divulge.
Yeah. And next week we start, we're going to be at the Daytona Band Shell for the Star Spangled Summer event. We're opening for Jaded, the Aerosmith tribute band.
Yeah.
So
who is Tommy still singing for that? Do you know them?
I never met them yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet them that day. So we were thrown on at we got asked to get on it probably about a month ago.
The guy, if it's the same singer from years ago, and you guys can check. I'll look afterwards. There's a guy Tommy that was the singer for Jaded, the ex-cop. Retired cop, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's from New York City.
Yeah.
So puts on a great show. He really does.
It probably's got to be the same guy because I've seen the videos and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, so it should be a great show. Where it's a free event. For everybody.
Where is it?
It's at the Daytona Beach band show. Yeah. Right. So it's Friday the 15th. So
I love how he's so humble. Okay, remember when MTV came to town and they took over Daytona?
Yeah.
I watched that with Stone Temple Pilots. Bro, I'm going to be standing on that stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to be singing to all those people. I mean, guaranteed the crowd will be a little bit older because it's 30 years. But, I mean, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The 90s kind of feel of bringing back that nostalgia.
Isn't it? So, I get into this argument with people all the time that want to there's always the original guys that want to argue about the tribute band stuff that we do, but or the cover band stuff. And for me, the way I'm able to separate those two is that when I'm creating, I like to create, and I'm more than willing to. I'm more than aware that it's an uphill battle, and I don't expect a lot of people to pay attention to it.
Yeah,
but when I'm on stage cover banding and or tributing, the crowd is a whole. It's a crowd.
Yeah, it really is.
and that's what does it for me. It's that whole connection with the crowd of people. I don't necessarily have to have an emotional attachment to the music.
Yeah,
because it helps. Yeah, but it's the entertainment aspect of it.
Well, I think it's me and you are at a different level. See, Jay gets to sit back there and just make sure he plays it right.
He's looking at everyone's asses.
Well, he gets to do whatever he wants.
That's pretty much.
You know.
I can't see past George, so.
Yeah. Well, and I can say, and I do that on purpose, just to the simple fact that if you're going to look at anybody, you're looking at the back of my head.
Yeah, right. But when you're up there and you're Scott Stapp, are you? When I do the Chris Robinson thing, I am totally within my own head. Like I'm putting on the character. I'm trying to immerse myself in it.
That's done 3 minutes to 5 minutes before showtime goes down. Because if you talk about, Ozzy said it best, right? Now we're going to go in a whole different realm, because that was an easy thing for me to grasp. If I can think, okay, I've been trying to write my own songs. Who am I?
Yeah.
Right. What persona am I? Well, if you're going to tell me you got to do 2 hours of Creed songs, well, that's easy.
That's easy.
Because now all you got to do is go back and look at what are we doing.
Yeah.
Right? So now no one cares how well I sing it.
Exactly. I mean, they're just, as long as you carry the song.
Attitude-wise.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But when you're up there, are you aware of them or no?
Well, you have to be.
No, see, I'm not.
You have to be. Okay, so in my experience with this tribute that you do, I'll ask you, whenever you see Creed play anytime, so Scott Stapp just ignores Mark Tremonti. Never even mentions that he's there.
Right, pretty much most of the time, right?
Yeah. No, he's always on.
Is he? I don't know. I'm not a huge...
Okay, that's where we're taking it to a different level.
Okay.
Of what are the mannerisms that he does?
Right.
And what does he do, more importantly, during videos that you only saw maybe 25 times, but it's embedded in your brain?
So he and I talked about that the first time he was here, about how you guys actually studied the mannerisms.
You don't have to.
You don't. You don't.
But that separates our tribute from any other tribute that's out there doing
100%
anything about. Gosh, because you got to think about. I could get greedy, right?
Yeah.
I could go, hey man, this is all about Scott Stapp. So let's go back in his 3 or 4 previous albums and I'll just be the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to get with the right guys. I would say that number one, the focus of what the goal has got to be, and that is to represent whatever artists that you're doing. You know, we have good friends now, 300, 500 of them, that really take it to that different level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, because I love going and hearing a cover band.
Yeah.
And I'm going to separate it for you. Love going in and hearing a cover band who plays Creed and they're all wearing shorts.
That's one of my pet peeves. I can't handle
it. Well, that ain't a pet peeve. That's a cover band. Why be mad at them?
It's not my cover band.
No, but that's like what you and I were talking about the first time I was here. I was like, there's a difference. There's a cover band, and then there's a tribute band that's paying tribute to that.
But then there's
artist.
the restaurant band.
Exactly.
So now, when you move to Florida, and you see what when you separate the bands into groups, you know, where like in New York, if you were a band starting out, the clubs you played, or like the clubs that could only pay $300,
yep,
or the Moose Hall, or the you know, whatever lounge.
And let's be honest, somebody got paid. You didn't.
That's correct.
You opened up for somebody because you wanted to get on that stage and be seen.
Well, this is what it all comes down to here, is that as a musician, you and I'm going to speak for 95% of them out there. There's a 5% that fight for our money, and we get it. But there's a 95% point where they don't give a shit.
No.
They just don't care. And to me, the reason why I get annoyed with the shorts is because for me, a presentation is important.
Yeah, you're selling a product.
I'm selling a product.
If you're singing Jimmy Buffett, great job.
The shorts and flip-flops are fucking awesome.
I'm in.
But I don't want to get up there and see a bunch of guys doing the hard rock, wearing
and
shorts
then demand
$800. Yeah. It's like you're playing a hobby. So then just go do it for fucking free.
Yeah.
You know,
No. Can I go one step further? And this is no offense to any of my friends who are out there who are in their garage right now. There is a big difference between playing in a band, getting in a garage, playing music, making up your own music, thinking you're going to go out. Don't go out until you're ready.
Right.
Now, what we're talking about here is like a tribute act, okay? So a lot of people want to go out and make the big money. Why? Because it's in tributes right now.
Right.
You know, if I'm going to be an original band, go and get on Spotify. Write a killer song. You'll make money.
In about 70 years.
No,
you'll make money.
No, more I disagree.
Yeah.
Good product, people respond.
Do they?
buy
Yeah.
it.
Okay. See,
Now-
I'm a Spotify idiot.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of you're paying 10. See, you don't have to, but Spotify, give them $10.
Right.
Now your catalog that you used to carry around of records,
Yeah, it's all
has
in
gone
there.
away, and now you don't even have to put it on your computer and waste your space.
Right.
Because that's what we're talking about, ownership.
Yeah.
Right?
But see, I want the physical product. I'm that guy.
Yeah, I'm the same
I'm
way.
the old school guy. Like my record album over there.
That's us from New
My
York.
collection
That's who.
Is fucking enormous, and it's growing by
You,
week.
you would never walk out without the reels,
Nope.
with everything. We want the dats,
That's it.
everything. Nobody's.
And that, forget it. I have all that.
Yeah,
shit. I have
yeah.
all my dats. I have
Kevin
which
Rios
is
has
how we
all ours.
recorded.
Kevin Rios has
Of
all
course.
ours. Yeah.
Dat tapes to ADATs. Remember the
yeah.
ADAT tapes, which was the fucking VHS, you know, and I have my reels.
Yeah.
I have 2-inch reels. I have 1.5-inch reels.
Those were already gone whenever I came in. If I
yeah.
just say, my brother had them in the basement, right?
Right.
But no one could figure out how to fix it. It was like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There was no one could ever figure out how to get the tape back on it.
And then and then when you took the top off of the box, that's where the sheet was, where everything was written
Everything,
down.
yeah. And then this was always my favorite, was that going into a studio and like you'd run out of room on the tape and they'd be like, don't worry about it, I got a tape. And they go grab a tape that they're going to record over, but never change the label.
Hey, I still have my 8-track, okay?
Do you?
If you're talking about
really?
Tascam.
Get the fuck out of it. It still works? I'm impressed.
Do you want me to bring in, play you all my music I
am
have on
fucking
it?
impressed.
That's the bad thing about it is I have 60. Well, no, I don't even know how many I have. I have tapes. So say
Right,
that
right.
with a whole bunch of stuff on it. You know what I mean? That
Wow.
when it's back in the day.
I have the tapes, but I have no way to play them.
Inspiration would hit. You know what I mean? I'd have to run back to my little, just like here, you make a studio in a room,
Yeah.
and you just throw it on, and guitar, and and hopefully, like I said, I'm pretty good on the end. I had my keyboard, so I would use that for that drum machine. You know what I
me
mean?
too. I did it
Because-
too. But see, there was a period there where I became, when you have a Tascam, you become the master at bouncing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 3 to 4.
Oh
yeah.
my God! Like,
4 down to 3 to 2. Oh yeah.
And then
Well,
and
that's
then
an
you
art.
got the eight. Or
Yeah.
you have 7 tracks, and I'm going to bounce them all to one.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have 6 more tracks
Yeah.
that I could put more vocals on. By
Well,
the time
and
it's
that was
done,
the goal,
it's a
right?
muddy fucking mess of.
Or
shit.
when they would splice in, and I'm like,
Only because you didn't really understand.
No.
Absolutely.
Mix down.
You're 100%
You know what I
right.
mean?
Back
Because
in those days, it
the
was,
same thing you record, and you've got to mix it down. I didn't understand that.
I want to press the button, and when I'm done, I want it to sound like a fucking finished song. Like
Yeah.
all that mixing and toning
Yeah.
and EQing and
Wait.
ugh.
But I don't know about yours, but I had the one where you could flip it, right?
Right.
And now I can take it out to my car. So instantly,
Oh, nice.
I could record either high
Yeah.
def or, okay, this is just going to be the scratch. So let's go through and record straight after the car and see what I'm saying.
You know what I loved about it was my friend Steve. I grew up in Texas, and when I moved to New York, I befriended this guy Steve, and Steve Hocker. Do you remember? him?
Yep.
Yeah. And he had a Tascam 8-track, and it might have only been a 4-track, but you could take a cassette tape and flip it over and play it backwards.
Yeah.
And
That's what I have.
Yeah, and there were songs like the Vinnie Vincent Invasion, the very first fucking album that came out, has a whole backwards piece.
oh really?
So you can play it forward.
And I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, that was what I used my Tascam for now. From that point forward, was flipping tapes over and listening to shit backwards, man.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no. Love you. That's an episode.
That is an episode, dude. Fucking talking about recording
That's an episode.
past scams.
Take the tape, put it in there, play it for people.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about, hey, bro, I love you. You can go in here for an hour or 2 hours, all you want to. We're talking about 10 seconds.
Yeah, right.
That's all you get.
Of flipping it over, or you don't have to sit through trying to match up Pink Floyd's Dark Side
That'd
of
be
the
great,
Moon with
finding out
fucking
what,
Wizard of Oz.
and do like Pat Boone records.
You got to find all the ones that in history that they've said have backwards messages.
Find the ones, find the kiddie ones that you think don't. And I'll guarantee you, those are hidden more than anything else, bro.
Yeah,
it's not like Mickey Mouse.
Actually, you know what's fucking funny was I was at a thrift store and I found the original Disney LPs for Pinocchio and Dumbo, and I was like, I actually may do that because Disney back in those days was known for adding subliminal shit.
Yeah.
Dirty fucking subliminal shit
heard that
to
before,
the cartoons
yeah.
and stuff, but you have to slow stuff down. And
Yeah.
you have to zoom in on things.
Yeah.
And, so that'd be a fun
It's a political process.
stoner
man.
afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, I love everything you're talking about, our art
Yeah.
that we think we create, and then you get to the stage where it is, and there's always a gatekeeper.
Always. There's always a gatekeeper.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I learned that when I went to college. So as soon as I got out of college, I was going to be on the radio. I was going to be the next damn Howard Cosell, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was going to be in the Orange Bowl. I was going to be flying in Miami.
Where would you be right now, though? You'd be fucking hunting for a job because nobody listens to radio.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, but think about what it is that I'm saying on the fact of to be the voice of whatever it is. So
Yeah.
it correlates really quick for me whenever, you get out of college, you have I don't want to call it a dream because I didn't even want to start playing music until I got out of college. So I was an athlete all the way up until I was 24 years old.
Okay.
So at 25, right, I get out, and my brother, who's been doing it, forever in the closet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finally, I was like, you guys try to be big. I mean, you can tell where I get my style from. I'm still living in 82.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
You
but
know-
why not, man? Because living in 2025
Well,
kind of
no, I'm just saying,
It
what you're
certainly
asking
does.
me why not? I mean, because as soon as I took on what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
how do you say poser without saying poser to someone who wears shorts on stage when to play Metallica?
Yeah, but, look, man, this is the way that I look at it. And who did I have on? I was talking to Kevin Beck last week about the different... he's a shorts wearing... And he has no problem being like, dude, I wear fucking shorts, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But what he does
Well,
is
that's fine then. Go play Jimmy Buffett.
Well, and he does. And when he does, he's playing like a small bungalow, or he's
Yeah,
playing,
and that's beautiful.
acoustic this or acoustic that. But when he's also in an Eagles tribute band.
Yeah.
When he plays the Eagles tribute band, he's dressed like he's an Eagles
Yeah.
tribute band. And the thing for me is that there's a whole process that goes into the art of entertaining
Oh, yeah.
that gets lost.
Some people care.
They don't. No, it's that they don't. And like I think about when you think about adding things, like you say to yourself, the side banners that you guys have, the 5-foot banners that you put on the sides. Now I have those too. The thing is, though, is that I'm setting up a fucking PA at some of these goddamn places.
Yeah, I know.
And then I say to myself, do I really want to set this up and then break them down and do that with the PA and do that with the businesses lose sight on the fullness of what it takes for us to do what we do. And I get into these arguments have this venue that I don't mention names because I'm not going to burn the bridge so bad that you never know when you're going to be back. But it's an outdoor venue that I have to provide the PA for. Now, in order to provide the PA for that venue, I have to rent it. Because the venue and the amount of people that show up to the venue requires me to have something on a larger scale.
Yeah, that's going to be...
That's going to give them the show that they're
exactly.
there for, the 400 or 500 people. Well, that cost me $500.
Yeah.
The venue doesn't think of that. They don't think that in order for me to work for you, there is an expense for me. It's there's an expense right off the bat for me to provide you with clientele.
Well, yeah, but you're the same one that says just say no, then, right?
I do, dude. I pulled out 26 gigs from my schedule next year because they weren't paying me what I wanted and gave me a hard time. And I'm like, you know what? Then
it shouldn't be.
If whatever amount of thousands of dollars I'm providing you for the night, you can lose. And I'll let them deal with the loss.
Yeah.
It's over $100,000 in a year for them. Lose it.
Yeah.
If that's the way that you want to think about business, then go ahead and lose that fucking money. Because in the end, the smarter choice would have just been pay me the extra couple of $100 that I asked for and keep the $100,000 a year's in profit that you're making.
Yeah.
You know, but what happens is they get the venue gets into this just as much as they claim that we're narcissists, so can they be.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but so can they be, and we know this. And they're like, but we have a reputation, and we have a blah, blah. Okay, but here's the deal. You want me? This is my price. You don't want me? Okay.
Well, I think
get the guy in the shorts.
Well, if again, so this goes back to business.
Yeah.
Not the show. So if we're going to talk about business, you've got to know that going in.
Right.
In my own opinion.
Right.
So you're going to go there. You watch your band on the Friday before, right? Walk right up to the owner. How you doing? My name's George. Going to be playing here in 2 months. I just wanted to make sure we're straight on what's going to happen whenever we play. Because, like what I just saw here, it isn't going to happen to us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but we do. I'm sure we do it the same way.
Yeah.
2 weeks before, I'm always in contact with the production guy.
Yeah.
They get our input list. They get our.
I contact whoever the booking person is, so that we're both on the same page.
But now we're talking different, though. We're talking cover and tribute.
Yeah,
but it's all the same.
No, it's not. No, it's
but
not.
it should be.
It should be.
It
No,
should be.
No.
Well,
I know, but it should be, and
you got to
it's
bring
not.
it. But
that's why
what matters.
I know, but that's why those people.
See, this is what happens for me. Okay, is that I go into every situation like I'm in an original band, right? Where I go into it pre-knowing everything is up to me. Everything is up to me because the venue's not going to promote it up to my standards.
Right.
I already know this going into it. I'm not going to get mad at them because I already know it.
Right.
So then I start my 3-year to whatever month advertising campaign, and every fucking day I hammer it home.
You're different, though. But you're different, though.
Yeah, but he's the same way.
No,
you're the same way. I see what you're doing.
Again, but you're talking about, so we're talking about levels.
Yeah, but now every band under you is angry, and they watch and they go, well, how come these fucking guys are getting...
because...
And this platform is to teach as much as it is to complain.
Yeah.
It's seriously, I use the platform for us to be able to have conversations about the shittiness of the scenes that we work in, but it's also to teach those that are aspiring to say, Shovelhed makes how much?
Yeah.
Human Clay does what for 90 minutes?
But only because at the end of the night, when they go and they hit that last button, which makes the most, are you coming back? Are you not coming back? Did I like you? Because you're in the same boat as playing music sometimes as the owner is. Hate that kind of crap.
Right.
But they made me $5,000.
That's right. But, and then, but see, this is where I get into this, my business mind sits down now and says, okay, let's look at averages and actual financial numbers. Okay, so you say the average person, and you can Google the statistics, whatever, the average person at a live music venue...
We've talked about this before, you and I.
...spends an average of about $65 per...
night
when they go out. Okay,
Depends on the venue. Because I can book Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer in a Castleberry bar and have 85 people show up instead of the 2,500 at the arena or at the big theater that you could rent out in Mount Dora.
Yeah.
So I'll say it makes a difference of where you put your.
Oh, 100%. But so you get into this situation where you're working in this venue, and the venue says, yeah, but like I didn't ring as much as I wanted to ring. Well, but there were 600 fucking people there. Why didn't you?
Yeah.
Like, that's not my problem.
Yeah,
you had 600 people to fucking serve.
Yeah.
Why was there a line of 6 people, 7 people deep waiting for 20 minutes for a drink? You should have had a shot person out there taking advantage of it.
It sounds like it's the first time you played this venue, though. Because if not, if you were playing if this conversation was the 5th time you played that venue,
right?
It's a whole different issue.
No.
No, because
they already know who you are.
Yeah, but see, their liquor sales, that's not my fucking problem.
No.
I'm not managing the bar for them. If I was, they'd be making a shitload more money.
Time out. But your job is to make them more money.
But only to provide them people.
That's it.
Not otherwise.
Now here's what
I'd
we're
be
talking
firing
about.
a shitload of bartenders who aren't working fast enough.
Now here's what we're talking about.
Right. Exactly.
Now here's what we're talking about. Handshake,
right,
or contract.
Nobody here works with a contract. Nobody in Florida works with a contract. In New York, and New Jersey, and Connecticut, tribute band.
Everybody that I work with,
tribute band, yes.
Original band, bro. We're talking now. You're cutting it because I own everything.
Yeah, but original
what I do.
band.
So I don't walk into a thing without a contract.
Correct.
Just like the manager would for me with my tribute band.
You're coming from an entire lifetime of.
Just because they didn't do it doesn't make it right.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I said I'm going to change, just like your show.
Yeah.
I want to change culture here.
Yeah, but it's like fucking everybody fucking hates you.
Yeah.
Well, of course
everybody hates you when you try to change the culture.
No, that's fine. But if you look at the venues at Post Time, they have an original night now that they let. Thank you very much.
Good times too. Karen's been doing good times.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll say because of. With the other bands that were around, I won't name them, but they played covers, and they were trying to play their own stuff, and they would never play their own stuff, and they'd never play their own stuff. Just letting you know, 7 years ago, go look at it. It all changed.
Yeah.
Because now everybody that I got would get a hold of and say, hey, listen, I got an original act. I know you guys do covers. I want you to open for me. How much?
Yeah.
Well,
change the game.
Yeah.
I got a contract. I want you to sign everything.
And they'll sign it?
No, because now they're doing it with Post Time on a handshake.
Yeah. But see, that's...
Yeah, but are you feeling where I'm at?
I know, but where you're veering off of is that's why where we are and those bands aren't.
Correct.
We've already made the mistakes and we've corrected and
so we know how to market.
Right.
We know how to entertain. We know how to MC. We know how to draw people in. We know, and the problem that I have is, listen, fucking listen. I promise you, I will find ways to up your income by 30 to 40% if you just fucking listen.
Yeah.
If you.
Daisy Social Soda.
Actually, they're all starting to pay attention now. I've been preaching about.
I saw that,
and I called some of the venues that I'm working with, and I said, "You got to get it."
Yeah,
I'm like, it's a client because I don't drink alcohol.
So
it is. You're opening up a revenue stream to an entire clientele that you never had before. So why would you not? On top of that, you're going to have the curiosity of the people that are drinking alcohol. You're going to be like, oh, that's fucking THC. Let me get one of those and see what that's like.
Yeah.
You know, so,
but it's like everybody gets so afraid of change.
Yeah. It's that. It's everybody wants the money.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to put in
the effort.
All of the effort that's required to get there.
Yeah.
And so the guys that become successful at it, everybody wants to know why.
Well,
everybody
I wouldn't say we're
wants
successful.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
Because we're not the band. There is
Yeah, but there are levels of success.
But we're becoming.
What is your definition of success? Are you making bank?
Happy.
Are you not?
Money,
are you happy?
Money does not bring you happiness.
It can.
Yeah.
No. It just takes away all your problems that you don't have to face.
But if the lifestyle that you're living
becomes enhanced
by that, and you're able to see like Shovelhed being able to, me being able to pay my bills on my cover band salary.
Yeah.
Allows me the freedom to not have to work during the day, so that I could sit down and do stupid shit like a podcast.
I work.
like this.
I have a regular job, and I told you this before. I sit there all day long. I got 2 screens.
Yeah.
One's for work and one's for and people don't get it that I'm spending probably more time
when you're working on the band.
Because it's a lot. I tell these guys, I'm like, you guys don't know what it takes until I tell you the show's booked, but you don't know what I just went through to get it there.
But see, for me, there is a payoff to that.
That's why we appreciate you, Jim.
No, I have become I'm so competitive with myself.
Yeah.
Right. That what I do is people tend to think that when I'm speaking on Facebook, because everybody thinks they know what those little words that you're typing, how you feel behind what it is.
Yeah.
They know your intentions behind everything.
Yeah.
But I use Facebook as my business. It's where I make a lot of money from. So my business, I'm in business mode. I go on it and I want to see, what do I have to do to spend the least amount of money for the most amount of clicks. And that's the truth of the matter is, okay, and it's better than me sitting at the fucking phone company for 12 hours a day like I used to do. So the end result to that is it gets me the gig that pays the band $2,000 or pays the band to go out of state, or puts the band at a festival instead of at Joe Schmo's tiki joint having to bring my PA to it and set it up. And like the process that goes into the being able to walk in and perform a show as opposed to going and just regurgitating some songs for people that are having a couple of beers. They're two different animals.
Very much so.
And I want Florida to embrace the show and stop embracing just having background music. If you want the people, it's our generation. Our generation are the 45, and granted that's younger than me, but 45 to 65 years old are the people that are out in these bars.
Yeah.
If you're, because we don't have venues, we have bars.
Yes.
Well, now that's where you're splitting the heads now, because now we're going out and we're not playing the bar. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This down here, which is an awesome place to be. If you got to get where you want to go, you got to start at the ground floor, baby. Yeah.
But what you're going to start noticing now is, and Jay can attest to it from the booking point of view, is that the bars are struggling, all of them, countrywide.
Yes,
the entire country, all the bars are struggling because alcohol consumption is down.
Yes, big time.
The millennials don't go to bars like we used to go to bars, and won't go to a bar and hang out for 4 hours like we go to a bar and hang out for 4 hours. So the bars are having to look for alternative revenue streams that shows a different marketing strategy, doing the same shit that they've been doing that hasn't been successful for 30 fucking years. Now they need to bring in tribute bands. So if you look at what's happening, is that the ones that can afford the tribute bands are hiring the tribute bands, but they're allowing people to come for free.
But you can hire whatever level you want, though.
Yeah, but
just like you're saying,
but it's not.
You can, but they're not.
But they're not, and
they're far and few between. Like you can go 100 miles up and down the coast, and you will be stretched to find more than 6 venues that will pay more than $1,000 for a band.
Oh, I would agree with that then.
Any band.
Okay, so let's talk about the reality of any band.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with how good you play your music. You can play it note for note. You ain't going to get paid no more. Won't get paid less.
It's true.
It has nothing to do with the time you put in with it on the show you produced.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the night, it depends on Jenny, who's out there, who's got 35 friends, that when she goes to that venue, they all stop, get off Facebook, get on TikTok, and go, we're going over to Sam's. Why? Because Jenny will be at Sam's. She's watching Shovelhed.
Right. That is what happened.
No, that's the art of what you've got to understand of our business.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with you. It has to do with supply and demand.
That's correct.
What do they want to come and watch?
As a bar,
They don't want to watch you. They want to hang out with each other and talk about you.
Yeah, but they want to be entertained. So you
No, they don't. They want to be there for Jimmy.
Bullshit.
Because
Well,
bro,
no, you're
I'll go
wrong.
back.
You're
I'll
wrong.
go back on my. Go back to your Shovelhed people.
Yeah.
Who shares it? The ones that are always at your show. They're the ones
That's
that are bringing
true.
your people.
Yeah, but that's
Because
not,
they're talking
wait a minute.
awesome about you
That's
and talking
correct.
awesome about you and
That's
saying,
but
have
part
you
of it.
seen Warren?
I know. Calm
He's
down.
incredible.
Calm down.
I'm happy. This is the most animated motherfucker
But-
I've had in here.
But that one
We're supposed to
person,
entertain them, correct?
That's right.
that one
You can
person,
talk about it, but are you going
that one person turns into 10. That 10 persons turns into a 50
Yes.
to 100.
That's how I
Okay.
build Shovelhed.
Right, exactly. And that's and by putting a product out there, that's the main thing. And the product does mean that you do have to play the music correctly.
Yes.
But you also have to have something. What we're doing as a tribute band is giving a fan of those bands that may not have the money to spend $150 to go see them.
And that is the huge thing because
Right.
it's not anymore.
Right.
It's even more than that.
Yeah,
I was considering going to see Metallica until I saw the cost of a general admission ticket, and I said, "Are you fucking kidding
I'm
me?"
going to give you one even better. My wife likes a little different music than I do, and I love Rick Springfield, and he's coming to play. Do you know how much he's asking for the lowest price tickets for Rick Springfield? $150.
Wow.
I mean, I'm like,
Hey, man, he's a working class dog.
no, but I'm just saying, like, if it was like $50 or whatever, I'd be like,
Yes.
okay, but $150.
So now you know it's $300
Yeah, just for me and her to go.
without gas, without parking, without
Yep.
food,
Oh, yeah,
without now.
nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has got? If you're a working family,
You ain't doing it.
that $300
It's
bucks
not
not
happening.
happening.
Okay,
No.
now let's break it down to the real life segment. Go get some groceries.
Yeah.
Go work
Yes.
your ass off for $500 a week, and now you got to spend $1,000
Right.
for food.
Yeah.
With you, bro. That's what our world is.
What happens is I was actually too stoned last night to do the math, but I had I got into this huge sativa fucking thought process about breaking down your money to how much you're making an hour, right?
Yeah.
And removing after removing all the expenses and all the other things and all this other stuff. And then, like what I almost feel like doing is that all of these guys that are doing it for less, when I'm not a union guy, I never was a union guy until I started looking at music in certain scenes, and I said, you know what, the only thing that would ever benefit this fucking place is a union where everybody worked on the same standard.
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you. Or be the asshole and be the one walking around going, hey, man, I'm trying to set a new standard around here.
Yeah.
Why are you keep taking $300 for a show?
That's me. I am the asshole, and I will happily be the fucking asshole to
I am
constantly
too.
say, motherfucker, put on some pants, stop wearing
No, I don't even
fucking...
care about the pants.
No,
Don't
just
ask.
all of
No,
it.
keep your shorts on. Only ask $150. I get that to go bingo and
Yeah.
DJ.
I won't leave my fucking house for less than $300. So
Well,
fuck
but
you.
that's my
It
point,
ain't-
though.
Fuck you. It ain't
But
happening.
that's my point, though.
Yeah.
Why is it that are we as musicians walking up then and giving the party like, great show, man.
No.
You rocked the house
Don't.
tonight.
You have to fucking stand your ground, whether or not it hurts the collective. So
Well, you're talking about money. Why are you out on that stage right now, not in your garage?
yeah. What?
Because you're taking money away from me.
That's right, and I'm not going to allow you to take money out of my pocket.
Again, so when I got here, that was my point, and now I'm so glad I met guys who feel that
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So now when we go, I ain't got to ask how much we're getting paid, Jay.
Isn't that a fucking beauty? It's a beautiful fucking thing.
For someone
My
to care about
guys-
our art? Yeah.
My guys say the same thing. So I know how much money I need to get per guy, per mileage. This is how I work it now because they're all pros.
Yeah.
And I, they will drive. This past fucking weekend, we played for 6 full hours.
Yeah, I know.
But drove for 8.
Yeah.
You know,
I
between
know.
8 and between driving and setup and all that, we drove for 8 to play for 6. Now, everybody went home very handsomely paid that day. They didn't have to work the whole rest of the fucking week.
Yeah.
You know, but people don't see that part. They're like,
no.
They show up an hour after you've been playing into the second set, not realizing you've already been there for 3.5 fucking hours.
Yep.
And at 1 o'clock in the morning, when they're like, one more song, you're like, dude, I understand that for you, you've been here for an hour of heavy drinking. I'm like, but I've been at this for 7 fucking hours, and I got another hour and a half to go.
Oh, yeah, we're heading out to our first show is going to be in Pennsylvania, so we're leaving here, going to Pennsylvania.
Right.
So I had to break.
Wait, where?
Warrensdale. We're playing at Jurgles.
Is that Amish country?
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
Okay, I was going to ask you to bring back some produce.
Well, okay, think of this. Like you're talking about a bar, bear bar, right? Yeah. This is not a bar.
Right.
This is the next tier up. If you're talking about like Stephen Piercy. Real
like
hitters.
an OCC or
exactly.
That's
just
who
like
they book.
That's what I listen. I do a lot of lobbying behind the scenes.
Oh, I know you do.
There's a lot I talk about. There's a lot. I am fucking working so hard.
I know.
So hard on getting us a venue over here.
I know you
like
are.
That.
I know you are.
And now that I do know that there's an amphitheater opening up in Stewart. I think Stewart. Is it Stewart?
Or is it in Melbourne? Yeah. It's,
maybe there's one in Melbourne too.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, the problem is that when the municipalities run stuff, you still get low quality stuff because they don't know how to budget it. So I'm hoping that they don't make that mistake. However, this area is so fucking desperately ripe, like overly ripe, like almost ready to go rotten. If some investor that is interested in entertainment, music of a higher caliber, this place is ready for an indoor-outdoor venue. And when I say an indoor-outdoor venue, I implore you to Google the Twisted Fork in Port Charlotte and Google OCC Roadhouse in Clearwater, St. Pete, and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's size of a football field, can hold,
and it's done right,
5,000 fucking people, even when it's raining, even during a goddamn hurricane. Professional stage, professional sound teams, professional lighting, professional sound system, and
professional bands that play there,
and award-winning restaurants.
Yeah.
So it's a full-on fucking experience, and it's not like the tiki bar, a conundrum where
I think the
don't get the full.
I think that what you're talking about really is, everybody wants to be, right? But if you talk about, they don't look the way, they don't do, they don't have this, they don't have that. If you are in music at all, it really doesn't matter what you follow. And I guess maybe this is my opinion, but it doesn't matter what you follow. It all boils down to, where do you want to treat it like? Because you'll go to work, you'll put in your 9 to 5, but this is a hobby. Right. So all I ask is keep it a hobby.
Right.
This is my 9 to 5.
Right. People ask me all the time, why do you get so offended? Why does it bother you?
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, I'm not coming to your job.
Well, it's because it's just like any fucking job.
It waters down what we're doing.
Right. And then I put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
And so when I see somebody capitalizing off of not doing shit, it annoys the crap out of me.
Oh,
my brain is literally 24 hours spinning.
But what makes that determination?
It's a personal determination for me.
Well, I mean, I'm just asking. I know it depends on who you're working with on whatever end, but you know what I mean? Like, what is that marker for you to say, for instance, we're going to work with a tribute band. Well, we don't know any other tribute bands than what's on our roster.
Right.
So we don't go outside and play with other bands and say, oh, yeah, you're pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
We have to stay on our roster because we know what...
It all depends on the area, too. So now you're working with a guy like Rich Rubin, right? He understands the area. that he's booking in. So, or is trying to understand an area in which he's now booking in. So, let's say, for sake of argument, I put a Godsmack tribute here on one of my beach tiki places. It's not going to do what it'll do in Fort Lauderdale or in Daytona.
Exactly.
Okay, but if I was to put a Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute band here,
that would be
it would
home
be
run.
huge. Or if I did a Jake Owen tribute band, it would be enormous. Or if I each of our little tri-state areas where we come from, we were lucky in the fact that we were so congested that all of our scenes overlapped each other. Here, it's hundreds and hundreds of fucking miles of, and each little area has a completely different scene, but all financially working around the same exact model.
Yeah,
and the problem is that now that we're going to start seeing, I think. And I could be wrong because this is a tourist environment, that we're going to start seeing closures of bars big time. Like I think we're going to lose 30% of the bars.
No, it's a possibility.
Which is going to make it a smaller, people that want to go out for music and out for the bars are going to have to pick and choose their places more wisely.
Right.
And then these venues that have relied on decor from 35 years ago are going to have to invest because people are going to choose the place where the best experience is and the best ambiance is and the best music is over the shitty one.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna dictate.
Little word there you used. That separates a lot of things.
Separates a lot.
Average.
That's gonna dictate who stays on top and who doesn't.
Average or best.
Right.
And when you are a musician, and especially, and I'm gonna just honest to God, when you are a musician, if you get into it without saying I'm gonna be the best,
then
you're wasting your fucking time. Now you may know you're not gonna ever be.
But you
Ingve
never
Malmsteen.
Go be a painter, man.
But you're not going to be complacent.
Correct.
And you're always going to. Whenever we get a show recorded, I send it to the guys and I go, I want you guys to watch it. See what we all did wrong.
I'm that way though. It's right behind you over there. I just bought this fucking thing. You guys should get it.
I have it. Same thing. Yeah, I have the same one. Yep.
So I was going to use it today too. This fucking for references is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know. I bought the stand and everything.
Did you?
Yeah, I bought the whole. I got the whole
audio
thing.
is unparalleled.
Yeah.
As far as a microphone to pick up, actually my cell phone does a really good fucking job.
That brings up a good side note.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's say you got a killer band, you sound great, your friend comes, and they have a crappy phone.
Oh, I know.
And they're just busting you up on Facebook. My new favorite band. And again, I don't know. How do you tell bands
You can't, but people know. People know when it's an iPhone and when it's a real recording.
Well, I've been unfortunately, my Eric's my bass player. He used to tell me all the time. He's like, dude, could you just not put up fucking every video, like really make sure that we don't have any mistakes, make sure that everybody looks good, everybody. And it used to drive me crazy because I'd be like, you know what, dude, but just because that one split fucking second you didn't look good doesn't mean the whole performance is fucking ruined. And the way to work Facebook is constant. It's constant. People, but you get into that whole. And then I would say to him, I'm like, yeah, but dude, what you don't understand is that what's worse, your friend's drunk girlfriend out there holding the fucking phone that can't fucking stand still, and it's a shaky fucking video, and she's like, I went to go see my friend George's band, and they're fucking awesome, and you're sitting on the other end of that having a seizure.
And she's talking all over to get here to the band.
Yeah, I can't hear
This band is my favorite band. Oh, I drove 50 miles to come hear them. Oh my gosh, you should be here. You should see them. Oh my gosh, they're my favorite band. It's like, Lisa, could you shut up for a minute?
My favorite one is every once in a while I'll see like some girl will be out videotaping and singing
Yeah.
like singing
Yeah.
what the band is singing and completely out of key and off tune, and I'm like, I can't. I wanted to watch the band.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Did you...
But I will say this: if you design it well, right? Because it's about content, right?
Correct.
Because what
you
do
could use it right.
what
you
do,
could.
what do people really want to see you do, Warren?
They want you to fail.
They want to see you fail.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
So why not tell the guys? Okay, tonight, just letting you know, somebody's going to be a YouTube. You know, because I'm going to surround everything around this, so that way, you know what I mean. Yeah. You look bad.
Do you know how I do that? I'm aware that I can't get away from cell phone videos.
No, you can't.
So when my gummy hits, I announce it. And I will, but I'm a cover band and I can get away with it. A tribute band, it's a whole other fucking animal. But I will literally go and say, my fucking gummy just hit and it was 1,700 milligrams, and I am not responsible for anything that happens.
That was a comedy show,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying though, knowing what to do with you.
But that also
Right.
that also brings, I think that brings the crowd closer, because then it's like
all of a sudden everyone who's a stoner in the audience is
Yeah.
like, woo!
Yeah,
They want to
exactly.
be a part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not only a part. They want. Okay, we've got a couple killer fans.
Yeah.
Okay, and there is a line,
Yes.
right, for no one. I'm going to say it.
Right.
If you are out here doing what you're doing, and now you're going to complain about someone wanting to call you at 3 a.m. and get your advice,
Right.
then go hang it up.
Don't
man.
put yourself out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
My
because
wife
that's
says,
why we're here.
My wife says to me all the time when we're out, because wherever I am here, somebody will scream, "Hey, Shovelhed," or something.
Yeah.
No matter what store, aren't you the singer in Shovelhed?
The beard with your friend.
I fucking love it.
Think
I
about
do.
it.
I love it.
Dude, that's why you did what you did.
That's right. I eat it up. I fucking love it.
Why not?
Every fucking minute
it's
of
the
it. And
payoff.
she says, she'll be like, "Doesn't that ever get fucking annoying?" And I'm like, "Fuck no."
It's
like,
what we do this for.
When I see a star getting all pissed off, or like an Alec Baldwin or some other shit, and I say to myself, I'm like, "Motherfucker, are you shitting me?" Like, I live for that.
But
I live for you to say, "Dude, Warren,"
because that means that they like what you were doing enough to make sure that they know who you are and your band is.
Right.
So then it's a payoff that you know that what you're doing is working.
Correct.
Wait,
Yeah.
me and you are the same animal.
Yeah.
Right? You go out of your way for the 3,500 people out
That's
there who
right.
do not like you. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Because that content is better than everyone saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you." Because now who do you trust?
That's right. And I go to bed. This is how narcissistic I go to bed. I go to bed knowing that me on my worst day is still better than most on their best day.
You're right.
Well, now maybe this is why I'm here. So now let's get real why this podcast is available to all of you out there who may play a guitar, may sing, may play drums, may play bass. You may not play anything. You may be a sound man. You may be a fan. But there is one truth that why we are all here, and that is that we're sharing our talent that was given to us by our Creator. And this time is getting short. So if you do not know Jesus Christ and who He is, I want you to know He can change your life and make your life something immeasurable. But you got to take a leap of faith. You got to believe in what they say don't believe. You got to go left when they say go right. You got to be firm in what you know is right and true. And I'm telling you, if you want to get moved, if you want to feel something again, come to the band shell on August 15th, and I'll guarantee you, He is moving, and we are the vessel that's movement in. It'll change your life.
That's a good... I'm happy that you said that. Seriously, like, I am not definitely not a positive person. And I'm not a big Christian person, but I think it is extremely important for someone that has faith to let those others know that they can come to their...
Well,
they can come and still feel.
it isn't about anything other than a relationship, Warren. Like
You're
we're
right.
sitting here
You're
right now.
100% fucking
right? I believe in you. Why? I can touch you. I can see you. I don't like you. I can punch you.
Right.
The one reason why we don't want to take that other effort is because we've never seen it, never felt it,
true.
and never experienced it for
I
real.
agree.
So that's why I'm here. If we're talking about why is human clay getting where they are, because I'm here to talk about you being human clay.
Right,
and
right.
you, when you're gone out of your clay, to let you know that there's going to be a place you're going to go. It wasn't made for you, wasn't designed for you. But if you don't fall in line with the gifts that someone gave you and don't recognize it, then you're just a god yourself.
Yeah, but I'm going to burn in hell. That's guaranteed.
And I'll be driving the bus with you.
Yeah, I'm burning.
And I can guarantee you that on that day,
Yeah.
with what we just had our discussion right now, it'll be a whole different level when you get there.
Oh, no doubt. There is no fucking doubt.
Well, because we're
when
all
I get
created.
there, I'm taking over.
We're all created.
I'll be on that bus with you. Don't worry.
think about why we do what we do.
We have
Right?
a Long Island
Because
pass
we have that pride.
Yeah, but honestly, why do I do what I do? I do it because I want the end result to benefit me.
Yeah, of course.
However,
That's just
I am more than
than
I'm more than willing to pay the price to lead
Okay.
away and
Awesome.
create change.
I'll say this: you can, and maybe that's why we're really here. But the fact that there's already been someone who's paid the price.
Yeah.
So why
That's
would
very true.
Why wouldn't you? Even if you think you're wrong,
Because it's hard. It's hard for me not to. I'm such a realist.
I'm right there with you.
What's real? What's
well, that's
real?
the fucking thing. What's real to me is what I
principalities and powers that you can't see, are they real?
No,
Yes, they're moving.
they are.
They're, they're making you do what you want.
You are right. We can have this fucking. My
Yeah.
father was born again. We can have this goddamn conversation.
No,
until
it's
the
a
end
relationship.
of the fucking
Period.
world.
We can end it with that.
But even what you just said, like I am a deep thinker. I listen when people speak, and the statement that you made, yes, it is 100% true, because there's radio waves, there's microwaves, there's television fucking waves, there's VHF, CHF, fucking every kind of HF. So are there waves and things that I can't see that are real?
I'm talking about things that were once real that are not real. Just like you, if you would die today, where does your soul go? That thing that was here 3,500 years
soil,
ago?
dude, I'm soil at that point.
Well, I'm just saying. But they are you. You're no greater than they are. So
What
if
did
you're
you
talking
smoke
about...
before? I want some of whatever's in that pocket. of yours.
Unfortunately, this is
Goddamn awful.
24/7 with it.
No, but I like that, dude.
Yeah.
This was
Well, you're asking me why is it
my
so real to
relationship
us?
is with my wife.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I sing songs
But,
that someone else wrote, and
Yeah.
now I get a banner in between on what does it mean.
yeah. See,
I
now
have
that I don't do.
Well, I have to,
I
because
know
that's
you
part of
do.
our show.
I know you do.
I got to say one thing. He emulates and he brings our show to a journey.
Yeah.
You know, and it's based off of chapters. You know, that's what Creed was.
Correct.
You know, it's based off of chapters, and he does a phenomenal job
Thanks, man.
in capturing that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I think it makes us a different Creed tribute band than most. You know, you could be
Actually, what I like about you guys is I assume most musicians are like me, and then I find out more and more that they're not. But I really pay
At
attention.
the heart, they are.
I really pay attention to social media. And if somebody comes to me and is, you know, because you get this in band world, is what do you mean you never heard of me?
Yeah.
I have never heard of another Creed tribute, and that is that in and of itself is huge. It's kind of like Completely Unchained.
Yeah.
So down here they have created this market for themselves that
Yep.
you don't hear about any other
Nope.
Van Halen
Nope.
tribute.
Eugene is a
Occasionally
genius.
somebody from some other state will come in with a Sammy thing,
Yeah,
some shit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But that, I told you this the first time
Yeah.
that you came here and we talked about it. That's what I went after with the Eat Crow thing.
Yeah, of
It was
course.
the same thing. I enjoy being the big fish in a small pond.
Yep. Why not?
And I do everything in my waking hours and even when I'm dreaming on how to get from low level of nothing, just an idea, and getting it to here. And I guarantee you, these guys are sick of my texts from that. Yeah.
From
Yeah,
because
but I'm like that.
Yeah, because we're constantly.
Group text, right?
Yes, we're in the group text, and I'm constantly, just like you, I'm going, okay, we were here, I want to go here now.
Yeah.
What did we do here that we need to go here? And then that's when I'm like, guys, I noticed this, I noticed that. You guys, take a look at it. You know, let's make sure we're on point for the next one. Let's make sure we don't make that mistake. Okay, it happened.
Yeah.
You know, let's learn from it, let's move forward. It's just like you said, it's 24/7. My wife even says it to me. She goes, I can look at you and I can just tell that it's going and it's going and it's going. And I go, it is. I said, but I don't ever want to be complacent, because the moment I become complacent, then I'm just going to,
somebody surpasses you.
Yeah.
The second you become complacent, then the new kid on the block
is going to,
takes over.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit how old I am. Mm-hmm. This is why Rick Springfield is getting $150 a fucking hour, a gig at 71 years old.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking unreal. Like,
and he's singing. He's not lipping.
Like, that motherfucker looks better than me at 54,
he looks fantastic.
and he's 71.
I mean,
I'm like,
to take his shirt off, and mean too.
Yeah,
I agree. You know what I mean? And he's like, wow, I saw 2 pictures and I was like, I've got 3.
Yeah.
Hey, Steph, how you doing? I got 3 or 4 that have, in my life, I've always, Rick Springfield's, oh my gosh.
Of course.
Bro, this is what we're talking about on the fact of, that's a fanatic.
That is a
if
man.
They know he's playing here, they get on a plane and they get here.
I was at West Palm Beach Airport. Where the fuck was I? I don't know where I was going. I was at West Palm Beach Airport, and I kept hearing this fucking rubber ball bouncing against the wall. Like, I went out to go smoke a cigarette, and I'm off to the right behind a pillar, and I keep hearing, that familiar handball fucking bounce thing, and I'm getting annoyed.
You Jersey boys.
I'm getting fucking annoyed. I'm like, who the fuck is making that, now? It's like 6 a.m., and I walk over just a little bit because I'm about to fucking say something, could you please, I got a headache, stop, and it was Rick Springfield. And he's just standing there with his fucking guy, his assistant guy, blah, blah, blah. And I had this conversation with him, and he was like the nicest.
Yeah. He's been through a lot.
Nobody was bothering him, which was weird. Yeah. Like I would have expected, but he was in his own fucking little space.
Yeah. He's got his own thing going on the fact of he's so famous. Yeah. People leave him alone on the fact now that, that he's, I got nothing to get on you, dude.
Right.
I think. You know what I mean? TMZ don't follow him. They're like, what are we going to say about him? He's awesome. He's fabulous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like a Keanu Reeves.
But if he has something bad, they'd be all over him.
Photographers don't even follow Keanu anymore because he don't touch anybody. He doesn't,
And that's what they were waiting on.
Yeah.
Right? Again, what were we talking about with your boys in content? Let them know. I need you to make a couple mistakes tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, but are they mistakes?
Yeah.
If you know they're coming, they're prepared, arranged for.
Bro, how else do you learn?
No. Maybe you don't know this.
That's why I see like a lot of them. They'll form a band and they think they're good enough, and they don't do anything more with it.
Right.
They don't go the extra mile. They're not going to go and say, okay, we have to. When you're tributing a band, you're paying homage to them, and
whenever you're playing somebody else's song.
Yeah.
Well, and
you are paying homage to.
You're saying you put on a costume. You got to.
That's the 100%.
Can't be Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
With the voice.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's got to match.
So this is where I always had this issue with stuff like a Beatles tribute, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't look like the fucking Beatles,
don't do it.
It ain't gonna work. However, which version of the fucking Beatles?
Which is a godsend, is it not? We were talking. It's like, okay, so Creed really doesn't have a look,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
So it isn't like they had their first, second, third. Oh, like Kiss,
right?
5th album, Dynasty. You got to buy that big get up and do it.
Oh yeah, or Ozzy. See, here's where I get into the contention with the Ozzy thing is that for a little while there, a couple of years ago, every fucking Ozzy tribute that I would see was. He was the bumbling, drunken, old Ozzy shuffling around the fucking room.
Ozzy.
Yeah, and I'm like. I don't want to see a parody of a parody.
Yeah.
I want to see a fucking Ozzy show. Don't show me stumbling, bumbling fucking Ozzy. Show me Ozzy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go on a side note. So what do you think of, like, miniature wrestling, getting into that and going little Ozzy?
I've seen him 3 different times. As a person, he's great. If I was not there already for some other reason, I would never go to see him.
That was my question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a gimmicky.
Is that a...
Yeah. Yeah.
See, for him to do it like at a wrestling thing, I think it'd be awesome.
Perfect. There's a
You know what I mean?
Same with the Mini Kiss.
And I think that's kind of where it came from.
Mini Kiss works for Biketoberfest,
Yeah, Mini
Mud
Kiss, same thing.
Wrestling or whatever,
Dude.
you know. But
I
hate that's. I know that's terrible, but they know they're doing it as a gimmick, or they wouldn't call themselves Mini Kiss or Little.
But that's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
though. Think about what we're talking about. That imagery.
Yeah.
You've got to have boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it work.
If
you
you're
can't
a tribute
you can't
band-
have 3 people dressing up and, no, man, I'm not spitting fire and I'm not
Right.
doing that, but I'll play bass.
Have you ever seen, like, you see a Kiss tribute band and the Paul Stanley guy is fat?
Yes.
And then and like facial structure wise doesn't look anything like Paul Stanley, and I think that like the Kiss Alive guys, when you meet them you'll understand. John, actually, his facial structure looks like Paul Stanley.
Well, on
He
some
keeps
of those,
himself in fucking shape.
that
So when he gets
isn't
on
he also in Kiss America?
No.
No. Well, Kiss America, we played with. They're the same way.
They
Oh,
100%. The instruments are 100%.
Yeah.
Well, so you see what we're saying.
Yeah.
You know what
No, I mean,
Yeah, tributing a band that has an identifiable image. Imagine being a Stryper tribute.
yeah.
You know,
Thank
like
you.
you
have-
couldn't do
you
a
have-
Stryper tribute
But
without
it has
it
to be
having
83.
black and yellow.
Yeah.
But, well, no, thank you. But it has to be 83. It can't be 81 because then
Correct.
you will get the black and yellow.
That's right.
but you know what I mean? But that's what we're talking about,
Yeah.
tributing on the fact of in our band, there's only one person who all that weight falls on.
Yeah, you. yeah.
But you know what I mean?
No,
They've got to
absolutely.
play it note for note.
That's 90s.
No,
See,
but
90s
it's not,
is
it's
fucked up.
But it wasn't just. So I told you in the beginning, like I mimicked my drum set after Scott
yeah.
Phillips.
Yeah.
You know, I had to adjust my whole drumming style
To
him because I'm a typical rock drummer. You know, that's where I'm a hard-hitting John Bonham, Tommy Lee, that's where I come from.
Yeah.
Playing, he plays, I just watched this Drumeo thing. His influences come from Will Calhoun from Living Colour, Carter Buford from Dave Matthews
There's more
Band.
jazz in it than there
But
is.
and then I realized, I'm like, that's why he does a lot of accents and this, that, and everything. And it's like, I actually listened to it and I'm like, I'm actually playing it correct. I was like...
It always kind of weirded me out when I would see, like, at NAMM, you could always see, like, Buddy Rich
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was awesome.
jamming at some NAMM booth, and there would be, like, all these, like, big-time-ass fucking drummers like, standing around and watching him, and I'm thinking, this guy's out there like jazz chops, and I don't hear that anywhere in you Bonham influence guys or Carmine Appice influence guys, or
But when you start playing other music, that's where you start to learn it. Because otherwise, like...
I can't fucking I could play every instrument on the planet. Wood instruments, fucking brass instruments, keyboards, any stringed fucking instrument. I cannot polyrhythm. So, which is being able to do multiple things with 4, meaning doing 1, 2, 3. I fucking can't.
You see the drummer who does it with everything and sings and
that motherfucker. Like
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
can't
My
do that
brain
either.
does not divide up that many times to that
I know,
guy on
yeah,
YouTube. It's playing guitar and he's got like a fucking.
he plays the drums too.
The drum is strapped to his anus or something.
He's got like 5 or he's got like 6. He plays like 5 instruments or something like that.
That's what anybody that asks.
And he sings.
Anybody that ever asked me, I'm like, if you can't separate all 4 of your limbs, you're not going to be able to do it. Yeah.
See, in the car, but here's the other fucking thing. Like, if I'm in the car, I can totally fucking do 4. Put me down in front of a drum set?
Yeah,
fuck no.
Yeah,
Nope,
it's
I can't do
it
it.
is.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Your mind's just having fun.
So a
whenever you do
padded
it.
drum machine for me,
Yeah.
when I'm writing tunes, is a great thing.
Yeah.
Because I could just I could do it all like this.
Like that.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's being able to. It's like each limb has a mind of its own.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know, and it's got to go that way. You
Well,
know?
I think it goes back to the thing, though. You didn't have to do that, but that's what makes us.
Well,
again, small
yeah.
different things
Yeah.
that each member has to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To either bring it alive or to make it feel, more alive.
Keep talking. I'm gonna.
But I got to say this: without all of our wives being on board, we would not have probably 80% of the push and support.
Wait, how long are you married?
What's that?
How long are you married?
My 16th, or yeah, 16th or 17th was coming up. We're playing Club LA for my wedding anniversary.
Wedding anniversary. And how long are you married?
About 3 years now.
3 years now. Second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm on my second too.
Oh, yeah.
But
the second one is.
But the point is
so much easier than the first one, isn't it?
Well, but the point is, especially for me, is whenever I got involved with this project, my wife was the first
No,
one to
I'm
say,
sorry. Mine's the third.
Yeah.
But
I don't count my son's mother.
I gotcha.
but you know,
she was behind you 100%.
well, no, and yes, because I had set back. I had friends, right, who've done tribute things all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy going, dude, no, you don't look like him.
Oh, yeah.
Why? If so, you've got to start doing some mannerisms, man. I'm
going to show you something. This is my wife. This is what she does. So she sends me a text this morning. Look at what she's sending me.
Oh, shit. She wants you to book more. She's like, get the fuck out of my house.
No, but she's always like, she's the best.
You know what mine does? Okay, see, now, have you, I don't know, you haven't met her yet, right?
Not in person, no.
Meg likes to be the center of attention, even though she will say she does not want to be the center of attention.
Oh, she's one of those.
She's one of those. Okay, so her hair is, it's blue and purple, and she's very voluptuous, and, now she's at the point where she wants me to teach her how to play tambourine. So she could be one of the tambourine playing people in the tribute band. And I'm thinking, oh my fucking God. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Now, my wife is, she's very business smart. I'm very fortunate we both are that way. And I told you, she's the reason why I even did the Creed, because it was her idea.
Oh, yeah.
And she is the biggest supporter, and she's always like, she's the one that does the videos. She's like, and we get home, she's like, can you start downloading this already so we can watch it on the TV?
Right, that's cool. Because, because my wife, if she goes with me, when we come home, she goes right into the shower, goes right to bed, knowing I'm going to be up for 4 more fucking hours.
No, she's
downloading videos.
No, she's like that. She's like, and I'm like, babe, we'll do it tomorrow. She's like, and the next day, the first thing she'll say to me is, "You ready to download it?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, she's fan.
That's awesome.
I have the greatest. My wife is, to me, she's the greatest, and she's my hugest support.
See, mine gets into that. She wants to sell the merch.
Thumbs, hearts,
because she likes the face-to-face part of the whole thing. So she's always like, "Can we please start getting some more merch?" And I'm like, "But I don't want to carry that shit around."
She did the same thing for me, but she likes to also watch, and I feel bad. And I'm like, I don't want you being stuck at a merch table. I know you like to watch the show.
Yeah. See, they don't get that aspect of it, or like she's always somewhere in my vision, like
mine is too,
on purpose.
Yeah.
Like I am watching her. Not watching her, but watching out for her.
Yeah, yes.
The whole time. They don't get that either. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? How did you know I was fucking? Because I keep an eye on you. I want to make,
it depends where
my job as your husband.
It depends where she is, because, again, I'm so far back.
Right.
And if there's lights coming this way, I'm blind as a bat. Yeah. I can't see shit.
When I'm playing smaller clubs that have like that literally where as the singer there's 1.5 feet space between me and the drummer. Like all I do the whole night is think about how this poor motherfucker is just staring at my ass all night long. Like, and then I watch videos back, and people are always like, "How come you can't see the drummer?" I'm like, "Well, in order to get everybody on the screen, I have to have it at the furthest point."
Yep.
And because I'm the singer, I'm in the middle.
Right.
And because he's the drummer who likes to set up in the middle, He's behind me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way that fucking works. Now I got into this whole aspect of I'm starting to set up a separate camera just for fucking the drummer.
Yeah. It's the one negative as the drummer. You know, you're the guy
always in the back. You could get away with. That's why drummers can always get away with wearing shorts because nobody can fucking see. You know, you could sit back there naked if you wanted to, and they wouldn't have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that I could ever. I had a drummer that wanted to be the center of attention all the time, and what he would do is just create the most retarded ass fucking drum set on the planet, so that people were drawn to look at him. And I'm like, you forget that it's a whole band.
Yeah,
there's a whole band here.
Well, see, no, that isn't true. You know what I mean? There's sometimes you don't find people who are that, and you get those. Okay, so we're going to be going through.
Well, you get
6
that a
drummers
lot.
later.
You get a lot of that.
You know what I mean? I'd say it's hard to find.
Years ago, years ago when, like on Long Island, when I was in Heartless Rager with Kevin, and we were the hair metal band, I did a lot of the standing up playing to grab the attention.
Yeah, but that was necessary.
Yeah, that was.
Type of band
yeah, but I never made it where I'm a band person. Like I'm not. Anybody that ever comes up to me and like acknowledges me as a drummer, I'm like, first thing I say is, what did you think of the band?
Yeah.
I don't care what you think of me, because it's not about me, because all 4 of us have to be banging on all cylinders to entertain you.
Yep. Sound guy over the weekend at Twisted Fork, when we were done, he's like, dude, your fucking voice is amazing. And I go, well, I couldn't be that great of a singer if I didn't have these guys playing for me, and it's the God's honest truth.
Yeah,
it really does.
You don't have to worry about.
I don't have to worry about.
We practiced it 6 times. They always mess this part up. Here it comes.
Yeah, but and occasionally even that still happens. But that's you're live. You're live.
It happens.
But thank you. That's an involvement.
That's right.
Think about how many bands now. I don't know. I'm not trying to make you mad, guys. I'm sorry. I know some of you like to do it. It's all good. I'm not going to get on my, jump of career of what do you want to do, what you don't want to do. But when you hear a mistake, I revel in that now.
Yeah.
My goodness, they're playing.
Me too. Not only that, but the recovery.
Yeah.
So professional is listening to everybody all the time. So the recovery becomes fucking easy.
Yes.
Whereas I hear a lot of bands that can't, and it becomes a train wreck.
Yeah, just
rather than
one car after another.
Yeah, and so like we did it this past weekend. There was an issue somewhere in there we couldn't hear properly on some transition, and somebody went off a little bit, but the whole band pulled back for a second,
right,
and then found their spot and went right back in. And for the audience, that's seamless,
right?
And they don't even know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Again, that's me standing out going.
Our bass player Randy. He's so unnoticeable. Like when something happens, he does this move that nobody knows that he's doing, and he's actually turning to look at me to. When we
so
both,
you lock eyes.
And we're like...
You guys communicate really well,
Yeah, we do. And he doesn't make it obvious. And it was... When I told you, I just watched the Drumeo thing with Scott Phillips, and he said, it's really obvious when the drummer makes a mistake. He goes, because the whole band usually goes...
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're right.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And I thank Randy so much for that, because Randy is like, because there's times, just like you said, like something happens where we don't hear something in our ears or whatever, and it's like, oh my God, what just happened?
Right.
So he'll just swing his leg around and he'll be playing and he'll just go, and nobody knows.
The distraction thing can become so... I can get easily distracted, which I have like when I'm it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what band I'm playing in when I'm on stage. If I don't retain focus on my job, I can get like I'm that guy, the squirrel, fuck whatever it is catches my attention. It could be somebody over in my peripheral vision that moves too fast in a red shirt, or a motorcycle starting and revving its engine, or the slightest little fucking thing can really throw me off because I am so focused that as soon as something overpowers my focus, it's like me falling off balance.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. And it's the same thing, like, when I'm playing, I'm managing the show.
Yeah.
So it's like, so for me, I'm like, not only am I listening to everything, I'm listening to the click, I'm listening to the tracks. I forget about the click. I'm trying to make sure that also that I'm
about click.
That drive me crazy.
That I'm playing my parts. That because I'm easily distracted. It's just like, because I'm hearing everything, and I'm like,
you don't listen to the click, right?
He does.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
They make me listen to the click. That's why we're such a tight damn band.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that.
What it is some of the songs that Creed does, they start off with the guitar, acoustic guitar, clean guitar, and singing. Right. So we got to make sure that he's coming in correctly, because otherwise, then it throws us off when we got to come in.
Right.
Well, we have really cool things in our
in the studio. I always could do a click.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could handle that live. I think it's and I'm not saying that I couldn't. Or that
it takes a lot to get used.
Yeah,
I think
it does. It really does.
Like I said, I've never done it before.
The problem is, I think I might end up singing to the click instead of singing to the musician.
Well, okay, I'll be honest with you. So, musicians out there, go on and comment right now. If you ever played to a click, have you ever, had to record with a click? Right? Here's what happened in my head. Right? I don't even know what number we're on. They're trying to explain to me that's the one. That's the 4.
Right.
Because there's one that has a different little tone.
We changed it, though, for him now. So what we do
so
is...
it's on account?
No, we actually have a chick's voice that says...
Dude, if you only knew what was going on in my head...
I know, right? I do know.
But that's,
I know.
But that's what we did. We were like, okay, we were like, if that's a problem, we were like, then we'll take that away. So
I have an issue in the Eat Crow thing right now. There's one song where the whole band is on a 4, and then the vocal comes in on the end, and it throws the drummer off constantly.
We have that too.
So what did they do for me? The awesome dudes. I can't even listen to any song now.
The chick says verse
without it telling me what it is. So now in my head I got 3, 2.
Oh, fuck
and all these great ones. Like and here's a little thing for who came to our last show. So Randy, who's an awesome, great bass player, great groove, great multimedia guy to be working with. So he brings in all of our set lists, and now on that one, he actually goes on and he put the song 3, 2. Just as an inside joke, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he goes, I make sure I got you, so that way you won't miss it on this one.
I would fuck with everybody in the band if I had control of the click and the fucking recordings. There would be shit in everybody's in ears that would make you lose your shit.
And the funniest part is that nobody out in the audience knows what the hell is going on.
Great?
It's just like, because my wife even asked, she's like, how come we don't hear that? I go, because it's only for us.
Yeah, and I love that. There are when and because it's like when somebody does something on stage and that nobody in the audience knows, but you and they know, and you have that look. Yeah, and it's like you're looking at each other and you're fucking cracking up, even though you're not making it look like you're cracking up. There's a lot of that shit that goes on.
Well, I think the opposite is probably more the truth. Of somebody's made a mistake and you're mad at the singer, so the bass player, the drummer's like, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the singer messed up.
My fucking drummer.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Being a front man, so what do you think about when I, as the lead of the band, leaves his post and leaves the stage? That's my... I've been wanting to ask you that since I've been watching all of these.
I do it when I can, specifically because I feel like I need to allow time for the rest of the guys in my band to get some attention. And I know that 85% of the people are focused on me as the singer. And so if I don't get out of the fucking way, then the drummer doesn't get seen. So, you know, so my
But
stages
you
are
could
not
always
as
go
big.
around the side and play. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
can
or-
bring attention to him. I guess that's why I was asking on the end of. I personally don't care left or right.
Right.
Me and my
Oh,
wife,
I got you.
going back to where we are, it's always a matter of what's best for the show.
Right.
Right. So she always puts it in my perspective of, okay, so Ted Nugent, great man,
It's all about Ted Nugent.
knowing what he's doing, but he never left the stage.
Correct.
He may have got on his thing, he may have swung out and swung back.
Yeah.
But he never took that. How do I say it?
No, you-
Well, like there's a
Correct.
veil.
Same with
Like you're watching TV.
well,
you know what I mean? You don't break that fourth wall.
When David Lee Roth did solo shit, did he ever leave the stage? No, right?
That's what I guess.
Yeah.
I guess my question is every time that we're looking at it, and, you know, why did they do that?
Yeah.
You know, I don't have an answer for it, so I thought I'd ask you on.
Well, so cover band, I'm also playing guitar. And so I don't ever really leave the stage unless it is unless I'm specifically trying to draw attention to somebody else in the band and keep me out of the picture. So
right.
in the course of a year, maybe I'll do it 2 or 3 times. You know, actually leave the stage. As the tribute band, I never leave the stage because when you're only there, they're only there to see a 90-minute performance of you doing an act.
Right.
So I am going to give them the full act.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, if there was a costume change, I would leave and go do a costume change. If there was a whatever, I would put on the best of the show. I also know that I don't look anything like fucking Chris
But
Robinson.
you could.
If I shaved the beard and I did all those other fucking things.
No,
maybe,
no, I'm not
yeah.
talking about changing you. I'm talking about there are certain things that you could do. But your mannerisms.
Oh, I do that.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so
There's- Because there was a point that he was about like you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He let it go, and
That's what I said to Rich.
You
Actually,
have a very-
because he's
very
like,
small
you don't
window.
look anything like the fucking Crows, and I'm like, let me send you some pictures. You know, because there's a whole period there where they went all fucking, you know, Beatles White Album on them.
but that's what I'm saying though. But go all in.
yeah.
Give him
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I want to say thanks, Rich, for sharing today. I just noticed that he's sharing the podcast.
It's
for us.
okay, very
So
cool.
I got
Thanks, Rich.
No, he's such a big supporter. Him and his team really are of us as a band, and we couldn't have.
Oh, heck yeah.
We couldn't be more grateful.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're doing a fucking great job because every single time, I said, I go on Facebook.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
a new gig, man.
Well, you had this talk before, right? So if we would have played around here, saturated,
Nobody would come.
Well, we have found that if you talk about no one, you know, I'm going to take you back to the word, you know, no one is going to like you in your hometown.
Right, that's correct.
So you've got to, you know, prove to
But that's the original artist in you.
Yeah.
Understanding that you need the biggest audience, not the same audience.
Right.
So, you know, like a lot of guys, I can always remember this. And actually, I see it on occasion. I'll see some guy in his 50s make a post that says, you know, with all the friends I have, you'd think that some of you would show up to one of my gigs now and then. And I'm thinking, dude, why are you playing to your friends? That's
Yeah.
the first fucking problem.
Yep.
And it's the first thing you learn as a musician ever is you learn that your friends, number one, you can't rely on them to be your fucking fans.
I guess so.
But the biggest gratification I get is like when we play somewhere out of state and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden we get messages from these.
Yes.
They don't know us
They
from
don't know
anyone.
you from shit,
and they're
and all
like,
of a
"When are you
sudden-
guys coming back?"
I'll get it. I'll have all of a sudden we'll play someplace like Twisted Fork where I don't live.
Yeah.
So I can only know those people when
You play.
I'm there.
Yeah.
And I'll play there, and then within the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll start watching the friend requests and the T-shirt sales.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, they liked me enough to spend
Yeah.
$45 on shipping in a T-shirt, blah blah blah,
I
or
don't-
whatever.
I look at it. I don't
Well,
want my
good
best.
t-shirt.
I don't want a friend. I don't want a friend that's going to blow smoke up my ass. You know,
Correct.
to me, I'm like, you know,
And that's
I,
what we have.
you know,
Yes.
but
And I hate to say it,
but
No, but it's true.
Yeah, but
because-
when we go into other areas, you know, then we get messages. When are you coming back? When are you going to be back in, you know, St. Pete? When
Yeah,
you-
well, that's why I don't. Listen, I learned that from a fucking early age. Number one, I don't listen to anything anybody ever says.
Yeah.
I trust my judgment.
Yeah.
No.
Unless they're drinking Daisy Social Soda.
I trust my own judgment, and I am such a hard critic on myself.
Yes.
That I know that when I'm doing something, it's already at a level worthy of somebody paying for a ticket for it.
But that's what makes that's what makes it different. Like even my wife says to me, when I get in the car, I'm like, I wasn't on point tonight or whatever. She's like, what are you talking about? You were great. I go, but that's my opinion of myself.
Right.
I said, I'm not going to get in the car and go home and say, I was phenomenal tonight.
I try to tell my wife this all the time.
You're trying to lie to yourself. Like, I did like, well, I really sucked tonight. Like, no, I didn't. I was all right.
Like, you know when I pick you up from work and you say, it was a fucking hard day today. And I say, well, what was so hard about it? And you tell me about how, whatever fucking thing they did. And I'm thinking, yeah, how fucking menial is that bullshit? But it affected you at your job, and I'm like, that's the same for me.
Yes,
except my job is physical and involves making people
different.
Like me.
It's different and affects somebody in a different way.
Yeah,
and it doesn't mean that it's worse or better or whatnot. It just affects a person in a different way, and then it makes. Then and like I said, once I start talking to my wife, she's like, "I get it, I understand."
Yeah.
I'm just being my own worst critic because I want to be the best version of me to perform for people.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's all.
It's the whole.
Well, but that's what you got to find, right? I'm here. Okay, well, and whatever Not being rude to you, but I'm going to be rude to you for a second. You can be in a band and be like, hey man, they're all looking at me. Who cares what Jay's doing?
Yeah.
No, I know.
But you know what I mean? But getting bro, I've been in.
But you can't.
I can name on fingers and toes how many bands I've been in that has had that issue.
Yeah.
Because it's about this
they
guy,
all want the attention. So even guys like Patrick, okay? Mm-hmm. Patrick's famous.
Yeah.
He's known all over the fucking world. He still even understands that there's a
group dynamic.
There is a group dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's back there. I'm out front.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to gravitate towards me. He's got his fans.
Yeah.
And, it's a whole other...
Well, you can't do what you do without him. Honestly, without him keeping his straight.
That is 100% correct. And the idea is for the singer to be mature enough to understand that. And or, in my case... I put the band together.
Yeah, but you're not looking for Warren fans.
I'm looking for Shovelhed fans.
The same thing. That's why I could care less if I have 5,000 friends or one friend on Facebook. I want to know, are you going to my page? Are you going to Human Clay's page? Are you watching?
I get plenty of attention as the singer. That I don't need additional attention for Warren. What I need is more attention for Shovelhed.
Yep.
And the truth is, even when I put together like my alternate things, the Indian River Entertainment Company and all that other stuff, it was to push Shovelhed.
Yeah.
That's how it all gets put together. And then I start taking on clients to do the same things that I'm doing with Shovelhed. But the truth is all of it, 100% all the way around is to push Shovelhed, not Warren. In fact, my name isn't even fucking on my Facebook, so I get called Vaughn all the fucking time. And
or W, right?
Well, it's on purpose because Shovelhead's not about me.
Right.
Shovelhed is about all four guys in the band.
But that's why you guys are where you are.
Correct.
And that's why
we never get angry. Well, that's not true. When we do get angry with each other, it's usually it's over something stupid, and usually over within 3 hours.
Yeah, it's
whatever it fucking.
But it's a communication.
Yeah,
it's a communication, and
And we already understand that it's something else that's created that person to be angry. It's not because all we ever do is back each other up.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So it's never whether it be musically or business wise or financially or
everything. Yeah, we're the same way. We support each other. We are constantly asking about how each other's families doing.
But that's the beauty of not having to divide up royalties.
Yeah.
Once you get into this is what always ends up always
Of course.
ruined
Yeah.
issues for me with original bands is
Yeah.
when you get into the split.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Well, you gotta. My goodness, you just opened up a
It is a
big
whole
old
other
thing.
podcast.
Yeah.
Man.
A lot, right? A lot of people don't understand the fact that they become their own record label. So what you wanted from an A&R guy back in the day,
Yes.
give me my advance. Okay, you
not
got
here.
it is there. No, it is there. You got your Spotify account. You are now the A&R guy.
Right, that's
Give
right.
yourself the $200,000.
Right. Where's my marketing? where's any
but
of
then
it?
they'll ask, why don't I have the this? Why don't I have the that? Well, you own it all.
All. Right.
So now when you didn't own any of it, you wanted to complain that, all I got was a little piece of this
Right.
little thing over
now
here.
you own it all, but are you willing to do the work for it?
right.
That's
There's where we are, my
I
friend.
know.
So in our marketplace, we are in a more advantageous. So like,
But tell me that even when MySpace came out, the first thing that you didn't do as a person, because you're a fucking musician, right? And the first thing that you think about wasn't about how I can get on MySpace and join this social network. It was, how can I fucking utilize this as a musician to get
Yep.
people to hear my music or blah, blah, blah
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
That was my first thought.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I can remember when Facebook was introduced and people were jumping ship left and fucking right, and I was holding steady because to me, I'd spent so many years developing this apparatus on MySpace,
that
and
nobody knew what they had.
Yeah. And now they were pushing me into this Facebook fucking community
Because
where
it's cool.
it is not musician friendly.
That's it, because it's cool.
Yeah.
No.
And then that changed fucking everything.
Yep.
Everything about music has completely 100% fucking changed from the way that we consume it to the way.
But it's better.
Because now, honest to God, this is fucked up, dude. When I would never, ever, ever trust an audio recording played back to me on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I'm mixing something,
Mm-hmm.
I actually need to listen to it on the phone because I know that's how most fucking people
yep.
are consuming it.
I-
They're not consuming it in headphones like they should
Yep.
be. They're not consuming it in a
Not the
stereo
quick-
environment.
That's the first
But you
thing
got
I
to break
do.
it down, though. We're talking content.
No,
not,
but-
not music.
No,
Again,
but I agree with what you just said because that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
before I put it on the TV through the speakers and everything else, I'm like, I gotta hear it on my phone.
Everybody does that, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's how fucked up it gets, okay? So I just shared this article that I read, popped into my newsfeed yesterday. 1970, Philips and Sony get into a war over the manufacturing of the compact disc. 1970, okay? So I didn't have my first fucking compact disc until 86 or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in 1970, they get into this whole fucking war over the format.
Data. How are we going to do
No,
our data?
music. The format for a music
Yeah,
CD.
data. Zeros and ones. Where
Right.
are we going to put them?
So the world records at 48 hertz. That's that is the human ear frequency for proper audio is 48 hertz. Well, in order to, they decided, the guy who was in charge of the actual patent said, if you're going to do this, you have to be able to fit the entire Beethoven Ninth Symphony on a single disc. And it's just like 73 minutes long. In order to do that, they had to drop the sample rate to 44 hertz, which now created an industry standard that was less than perfect, just so they could put it on a fucking compact disc. I didn't know that until fucking yesterday.
Yeah, never
and
knew
now
that.
I'm thinking, so since 1970, they have been completely fucking over how we consume audio.
Yeah.
I like how you say that, but yes, they have controlled how we consume
Yeah.
audio for
Like-
that long.
And nowadays, everybody, how many people like to go find albums and listen to the
I'm a
original?
hardcore album.
I
But
mean,
I'm
it's just-
so-
Nobody finds albums anymore. They're all singles. Nobody makes an album no more.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. Yes, they do.
Dude, this is 2025 is the highest selling vinyl ever.
Yeah.
In the history of vinyl,
People started
2025
because
has sold the most vinyl.
But not this year. Vinyl, right?
So far,
Yeah.
no. This is just overall fucking vinyl sales. I got Jelly Roll on fucking vinyl. Anything that is
But
released
how
now.
awesome is it? How
Yeah.
awesome is it to listen to a Led Zeppelin album?
Oh, it's way blows away.
Yeah,
on
it's
CD.
just like, yeah,
I want to
just-
hear the hiss, and I want to hear the
Yeah.
skip, and I want to hear the pops, and I want to
Yeah,
hear
it's just
all
like,
of that shit. It's
you know,
all.
It's just
Well,
so authentic.
Kids nowadays, they have never heard it.
No, but not only that, but I also want to hear it on non-powered speakers.
Yep.
Through that are analog, that are getting it the way that it was intended to be fucking heard.
Yeah.
So that there is zero compression, none. I don't want power amps that are compressing it. I don't want fucking anything.
You just want to hear
that digital.
I want to
compression.
hear what they were intending that music to be.
Yeah. Now, but see, the thing is that I know, and not too many people do because they're not musicians. But I have been in a recording studio and I have recorded vocals and drums on a 2-inch tape. Mm-hmm. And I've been in a recording studio and I've recorded vocals and drums on a fucking digital tape. Mm-hmm. And I've recorded vocals and drums direct to hard drive.
Right.
Now, in all three of those fucking instances in which that was personally there to witness the recordings and all of the other things, I can audibly hear the difference.
Of course you can, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when I get back to analog, I said it's just such a fucking different sound.
Yeah, from the first recording I did, which was on Reel to Reel,
Yeah.
and then the second EP we did, it was on DAT. I'm like, wow, what a difference.
It's the same with going wireless on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Guitar,
I like the look
don't
of it.
like it because the sound is audibly different.
What, half a second delay or whatever?
No. There's like a mid-rangey compression that is in there that to me has to be
taken away from your sound.
the sound, overall sound. Whereas if I use a fucking cable, the copper cable gives a much clearer sound.
I can see that.
Vocally, I've always never had a problem with vocal wireless microphones.
I love wireless.
Especially now, the technology now on like a wireless SM58 is far superior than 20 years ago.
Is within, where are we going to be in the next 5?
Yeah.
Because, my goodness.
It would be nice to have
We use
a lavalier type mic.
Yeah.
That like I get jealous when I see guys wearing a headset mic. That's wireless and playing guitar, but I think it looks stupid. However,
Agreed.
I would love to have the freedom and availability of not having
when I have to sing, I have a wireless headset. I don't do it in Human Clay, but I will be doing it in. I told you Collective Shine. We're doing a tribute to Collective Soul. We're going to be opening for ourselves. So there's so much singing in there.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I have to jump in and sing. So, but I could never sing with a microphone.
The only ones that I saw are the ones that come to here. Like if you watch the Oscars.
Yes, that are flesh colored. Like,
Yeah.
Those, they must cost thousands.
I'm sure.
Dude. But
I'm sure.
but they'll pick up what you're talking about. Probably,
but they're very temperamental. So
Are they?
they're very, especially for if you're moving a lot, a live performance like that.
They get you to England in a Concorde in a fucking hour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They can't make a nice microphone.
Yeah, no. And we use the guys all use wireless mics up front. Islam has it set up that way, so
The reason why I end up not using one too often is specifically just because I'm playing guitar through 90% of what I do.
Yeah.
The Eat Crow one, yes, I use wireless because I'm only singing. The Shovelhed stuff, it's just another thing to go wrong.
Yeah.
So I leave it out of the loop.
Could be.
I don't blame you.
There's already fucking
one less thing that I got to worry about. I know I ain't got to worry about my guitar down tonight.
That's why I hate running sound, because it's just way too many fucking things.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a very good point to bring up. If you're in a brand new band, no matter how many times your friend tells you, bro, I got it, don't worry, I'll run sound from the stage.
Don't let them do
Don't
it.
let 'em.
No.
And we have one of the best sound men in the area, in my opinion, in our band.
Yeah.
And we all agreed we're not going to put that weight on his shoulders to be able to do that and to play. So
Yeah.
I know it may seem like a cool idea. I mean, the only reason I say it, like we're talking about original band, I did it for my original band for a while.
Yeah.
And again, it's just a lot that you put on your own shoulders, and then you have to hear it.
And well,
You guys sound
not
like
only
crap
that,
tonight.
not only that, but that now you're also in the position that you have to hear that. Then you get the guy that says you're too loud, or this guy over here says I can't hear the guitar.
Yeah.
But then so you turn the guitar up just a little bit. And now everyone says the guitar's too loud.
I can hear you.
Yeah, or
the
some
drums
other
are
fucking
gone.
shit. And in my mind, I'm thinking I just want to sing. Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fucking sing.
Yeah.
And now you're wondering, wow, it
must sound like
you sounded
shit out
better
there.
last week.
Well, yes, the whole rest of the gig now I'm thinking, fuck
Yeah.
me, man, it must
Yeah.
sound like shit out
Yeah.
there. I got to get out there and fucking fix. No, man, why do you don't put anybody in the band in that position?
No,
because
no.
you can't mix front of house from behind the house.
Well,
Yep.
but not everybody understands that, Warren.
Yeah.
You and I and Jay
Yeah.
are in a different. Again, this is about even musicians out there who you are. Everybody's got a different tier of where they
Correct.
are.
A
So
sound man
you'll have
is a
somebody
different
in the band.
animal.
I've been in bands for 30 years. Let me do it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you put the trust in him, and then now you wonder why you don't have him in the band anymore, because every other weekend you're just arguing.
Yeah.
And it ain't about music anymore.
Imagine putting a fucking 32 channel mixer at the drummer.
Yeah.
Mount this in between your toms, and I want you to.
I'm starting
When I
to.
say I need it, I need it.
I'm starting to do the interludes now to control the tempo of the show.
Right.
And I have a sample pad. That's enough.
That's enough.
That's
Yes. Is it MIDI controlling things.
I just got to hit him.
Okay, yeah.
I just got to hit him. Randy programmed it. It goes through our interface. But that's it. If I had to do more, I'm like,
Forget
no.
it.
Well,
no.
and now you're talking about, what sets you apart to be different than anybody else on whatever you do.
The Kiss Alive guys, right? Now, you're going to hire a Kiss tribute band.
Mm-hmm.
Are you expecting the band guys to also set up any of the pyrotechnics and lighting and the fucking backdrops and all the other thing, and put on the makeup and
perform.
play and break it all down and do a meet and greet?
We've had- We've
All
had-
depends on the contract that you're talking about. How much money do you want?
No,
Be
but-
smart.
But
Right?
we've been fortunate enough. We got to play with Kiss America, and
Right.
I became friends with them, and I saw them at the
Really
band
cool
show.
dudes. Really cool
Guys are, and they put on a fantastic
They put on
show.
a
They do
great show.
the whole show. They
Right.
do a great job. Probably one of the best I've ever seen. I gotta say that, not just because I played with them, but they do. But they have a whole crew of guys. They're there at 8.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
They told me they're there at 8 in the morning
Yeah.
to just get that all together.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
so
a long.
You
And
gotta
then
have people doing
Yeah.
things while you're busy putting on your show.
and then get in those costumes.
Right.
You know,
Oh, man,
Neil is it plays Gene.
That was 3 hours.
He's like, I said to him,
saying.
I want to roll out
That's
of bed and go to
dedication,
work.
dude.
I said to him, I go, how the fuck are you doing all this? He goes, my feet are killing me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, imagine if he had to set all that up. And plus, they do a lot of the stuff on it. They do a lot of the sound and all that. They work with everything because they want it to sound right.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I'm like, they're there with at least like 10 guys setting up their stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have to. You just have to.
Kiss Alive guys have two. One steady all the time,
Yeah.
and then another guy too. But even people don't. Nobody, unless you're in a band that is actually out doing, is constantly working. It doesn't matter what level it is. Has no idea. People don't know all of it that goes into it.
Nope.
Why?
Well, and then
Why we fight for
then
the
they do.
cash
Then
when we
they meet a friend,
Right,
who's
right.
in a band, and they hang out a little bit. I didn't realize you guys did all that.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't be there at 3:00 in the afternoon. Oh, see the commitment we
Yes,
gotta have.
Yeah, not only that too. Now I get to the point where in between sets I need to not talk because I'm 54 fucking years old.
Yeah, it's hard when we get older.
And I have 3 1-hour sets to do.
Yeah.
and a breakdown and a drive home and all this other, you know, and then I got to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so I used to be that I would have conversations with people, and now I fucking hide, and I do it I do it not to be rude, but I do it because
You're saving yourself.
I have to.
You don't want to tempt yourself to go out there because you know you're going to
Because I know that I will not shut up. I'll talk to somebody, or someone's going to whip out a joint, and I'm going to smoke it.
I was saying, then we're going to talk for another hour, and we're not going to set our shit up. Now we're getting over 3 a.m.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like I got to stay on fucking focus. I have a job to do.
Yep.
And then because I know at the end of that fucking 4 hours, and I'm completely exhausted, and I have given 300% of my body, mind, and soul, you're going to say, one more song. I'm going to go, fuck.
Yeah, that's you know, that's especially when we for us when we do it, they're like, we want another song, and we're like, we're done.
Yeah,
you know, and especially a lot of the times we are pushing 2 hours.
Yeah. Fucking Patrick, at the end of our, when we do rock and roll all night, has been our end song for 5 years. It just always is. He's fucking done.
Yeah.
He is done. Like, done. And you can tell how done he is by how fast the fucking song is.
Yes. Yeah. Fortunately, with this, I thankfully, because I lost all this weight and I got into really great shape, health, you know, I'm able to do it without a problem.
The pace,
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, you know, people are like, one more, I'm like, you know, and we're doing 3 nights in a row. We're doing 6 shows.
It's fucking 92 degrees on Saturday.
That's the other thing. When you're outside and it's like it's in the 90s, it's like
that's why you play Tennessee.
We played when we played at Suck Bang Blow for Bike Week. We were inside and it still was 100. It was 115 degrees inside.
Tackleberry hits that way.
Oh my God, we were like
October and it's 100.
We were passing around a big jug of water and just throwing it at each other.
It was so hot.
He looked like he was in a pool.
You ever get that's like so hydrated that your hands all cramp up and shit?
Yes.
What's really funny is it'll happen to everyone in the band. And like at first you'll feel it coming on.
Yep.
And I'm playing, and then all of a sudden like my fingers completely lock up, and I'm like, oh, and I'll look over at the guys and I'll be like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And then when you reach that, though, it's too late. You can't hydrate back fast enough.
Oh, yeah. That should have been yesterday.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. No.
I learned that the hard way. Now I have like this fucking routine where I eat
Well, and that's a very good thing to say, especially here in Florida. If you are a band in Florida, I know that you don't think about it that much, but my son brought it up to me that, you know, you are a battery. So don't like fill your inner source that you have with too much water.
Correct.
And then you don't have enough electrolytes.
That's right.
So now they make like water with electrolytes and stuff like that. So just telling you, I'll learn from experience.
Not only
make
that,
sure you electrolytes and water, not just water.
Warm water, not cold water, because
that makes a difference. Yeah.
When your body is hot and you drink cold water, you're shocking your
system. Yeah.
And
as a singer, you don't want to constrict.
Correct. You don't want to constrict it anyway.
Hot,
but now that's happened to me. Is
hot
that like
water
a bar
will do
is
this.
giving you cold water? Thinking
they're doing the right thing.
They're doing the right thing, and then I'll drink the cold water, and it'll hit my stomach, and I will immediately get nauseous.
Yeah.
You can't if you drink too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, the good rule is
you're a headache.
And then people laugh about it because you put it on your. If you don't have a rider, make sure you get a rider for this instance, so you have separated cold water and then you have your lukewarm water.
I add it to every contract.
Mm-hmm. Because like this, the rule would be, if you've never done it before, the cold water goes on your head, the warm water goes in your body.
Correct. Actually, and they make these fucking towels now that I just bought.
Yeah, they do.
That
absorb all your...
No, you take the towel and you dip it in water. Okay?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like absorbing your sweat.
Any doesn't matter what...
liquid?
Temperature of the water is. You just take the towel, you put it in the water, you wring it, and it automatically is cold.
Oh,
and you
really?
you wear it around your neck or whatever,
that's
and
cool.
it keeps your fucking neck a little bit cool. I started
So it's
doing
like
it
like those
using
freezer
last
things
year.
you put in there, like they would get frozen, but
and
it's
then
water.
once it starts to warm off, you dip it back in
dip
the
it back
water
in?
again, wring it out, and it's cold again, and you just put it back.
pretty
I gotta
around
look
your
for
neck.
that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I also saw something else.
There's
the
your
other day.
sponsorship.
Yeah. I listen. I looked everywhere. I looked for some kind of a like microphone mounted air conditioner or something. The problem is anything with a compressor is going to draw too much energy and
Yeah.
it's going to blow circuits and
Yeah.
shit like that. You know, but
Noise, too.
if I could figure out some way to put 20 pounds of ice in front of me with a fan blowing on it for
Yeah.
some of these gigs. Actually, July, I don't
We've
play
been blessed
outside.
with what? Now that we're moving into the arena where, like
Bigger gigs, you're indoors.
well, like September 5th, over in Boca, it's an inside show.
Yeah.
So,
September 3rd.
Huh?
September 3rd.
September
Oh, sorry,
3rd.
September 3rd.
September 5th will be at Shags. No, not Shags.
See?
No, not
See?
Shags.
That's why you need a drummer.
So I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you know what I mean?
Shags is that-
All I know is he goes, you're going here. Okay, I don't even know
No.
when. All I know is I get in the truck and we go and then we
No,
pull up and I say,
Well, why don't we wrap this up? Since we're bringing it back to your schedule, give me the next 5 dates.
Hold on, I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay.
Humanclay.com, right?
Yes. Humanclay _ Florida.com.
Humanclay_Florida.com and Humanclay Tribute to Creed on Facebook,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mhm. So our next show is August 15th, the Daytona band shell with Jaded, the Aerosmith tribute band. Next night we're playing August 16th up at Club LA in Destin. Then we start our little road trip. September 3rd we're at the Boca Black Box with Godsmacked.
Johnny Pharisee.
Yep.
It's his band.
September 6th we're at Shags Rock Club. September 11th we're at Jurgles in Pennsylvania, and September
Gerbils?
Jurgles.
Oh, Jurgles.
Jurgles. And then September 12th, we're at the Lou Saab Amphitheater. And September 5th,
Cummings, Georgia.
we just have a new show on September 5th.
The Lucky.
No, the Lucky Horseshoe is on Lucky Horseshoe in Alabama, Fairhope, Alabama is September 12th.
God damn.
Yeah.
They've been working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Maximum Bands, by the way. We'll always give a shout out to Rich because he's doing a fucking bang up job. I mean, a bang up job getting you guys.
From us in Human Clay, we can't thank Rich, the whole team, Chris Danforth, Maximum Bands. They do a great job. They take care of us very well. They are I got to say, they're the top agency out there. They make sure we're always taken care of. They never put us in a situation that is not beneficial to us. They really,
No, dude, listen, I told you this the first time that we talked about it. The first time I spoke to Rich, he knew that there were guys out there bad-mouthing him and giving him a bad reputation. And it wasn't until I watched him work that I understood.
Yeah.
It's the same people that get jealous when somebody does something successful and does it the right way. People get jealous about it, and I'm watching him work
he's
with people I know.
Yep.
And so I'm like, God damn.
And I got to say,
impressive.
I got to say, both Rich and Chris.
Chris, too. He's-
Chris,
yeah.
I'm going to say, they have taught me so much of the tribute business and what the right things to do.
It's
and
a
what
total different
It really
fucking
is,
animal.
and I'm very grateful.
Well, that's
to,
why they get a little upset about it because
Yeah.
it's kind of personal in the fact that
You take pride in it.
If you've never been in it, then really you can say what you want on your opinion, but it is not all roses and
Well,
yay
yeah, but
and-
that's why these fly-by-night tributes that are these are the one, what ones I'm talking about. The fly-by-night tributes, the ones that are buying fucking Spirit Halloween wigs to do the job and shit like that. They're coming in and underballing things, and then what's happening is that some of these bars that can't afford the $3,500, $4,000 pro band are hiring the $1,000 Temu version, and it's fucking up everything because it's making it harder now
I agree.
for some tributes to sell tickets.
Yeah.
I will say I feel very honored on the fact of, you can talk about, it's kind of like being on American Idol, right?
Yeah.
Or being on a platform to where, I want people to see me, right? And it's all about song selection.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Song selection is
and
the most
how it
important
fits
thing
with
on the
you.
planet.
If you can connect. So even if you're in a cover band, if you're in whatever it is, there's no excuse on what, well, we're just doing that song. I listen to so many bands that, and I hate to say it on the end of, I'll even say it about myself on a certain night, don't believe you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gave it to me.
Not only that, but
you sang the notes. You hit the notes.
No filler.
I just
all
don't
killer.
believe you.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe you.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You know what I mean? I mean, you can phone it in if you want to and be like, great.
Oh.
You hit the notes.
You will never get that from me.
But you feel what I'm
Ever.
saying?
No.
That is that, but I think we need to hold ourselves accountable to our other musician people that are out there saying, you know what? What a fantastic show. You blew my mind tonight. And they stood up there for 3 hours and didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
The one. So,
Well, I call people out, I will, and that's what makes me the enemy.
Again, that's why I get a little bit on the end of, you have no idea how hard it is to make that face on that way when it is not your mannerism.
Right.
But you now have to, again, being in a tribute thing is different on different levels, because you can walk into a tribute thing and go, well, they don't deserve the money they did. They didn't put any time in.
Right. Right.
You can tell it instantly. So I am so honored with the other friends that we put together on this little thin raft that we had someone see it before it was even given and said, just like what Motley Crue or whoever it was that you look at when they first came on and said, I can take that around the country.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Can your thing do that?
Right.
Can it really move someone to tears? Or are you just phoning it in?
No, well, that's the only thing that's going to sell it to a mass crowd.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? But I think that's how you know where you are on where you are is,
but
how did we get here?
But you know it, and I know it. When you reach that plateau, you know it because you had to fight to get there. And then you look at the people underneath. It sounds so freaking egotistical when it comes out of my mouth. But then you look at the people that are behind you, and they're doing everything and anything in any unscrupulous way that they can to get to that.
Or they jump on, or they're jumping on other people's bandwagons.
Correct, and they're not putting the work in.
No, and I've
had fucking guys take my photographs of crowds and use them for themselves.
Yeah,
to try to pass off.
I know.
Yeah. This was us last Thursday.
They're like, why are you getting so mad? I'm like,
because that's my crowd.
I worked for that.
Yeah, and it's and people I can't stand. The one show. So we start off. Actually, our trip is September 5th in Ozark, Alabama. We're at Live at Harlow's.
Live at Harlow's.
That was Saturday.
And then the next night we're going to be in Huntsville, Alabama for Shags on the 6th. So that's the start. We got 6 shows in 10 days, so it's going to be a good little run.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, we're excited about it. So
we'll see when we get back how cool it was.
Yeah,
you're right. Exactly. If you need a week to fucking recuperate.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, so it's definitely going to.
Come on now. We talked about this on the fact of, hey, this is where we want to be.
Yeah,
and we'll know we're clicking it whenever, supply and demand, dude. We'll know we got something if they want to take it. And I mean, if they can sell it, we just got to keep now delivering.
That's right.
So
That's right.
That's the hardest part.
Let me be the product and you go sell it.
Yeah. And
now we got to deliver.
And we have a great relationship with that.
We do.
And I thank you, Warren, for giving us the platform as well.
I want people to, I like to talk.
No,
I don't ever have the fucking time to do it, and what allows me these hour and a half or 2 hour discussions that I get to have with different guys every Wednesday, like this. I think it just opens up a conversation to a different form of thinking for people when they look at us out there. Doing what we do,
They don't believe that we're doing anything. This is a hobby.
It's a hobby.
This is a hobby.
It's like my dad's used to say, you need a backup plan.
Yeah.
Music's not going to work.
Well, and that's why I guess I get really Because when I moved here 7 years ago, I left a 20-year band to where, I know what it takes to pack the house, but I still understand I can practice all week long, note for note perfect, get out there, and now I'm one shot. That's all you get.
That's right. And from the beauty on that is having the experience of learning it along the way, knowing each and every time that if anything happens to this situation, I have to start back from scratch again.
Yeah.
And be willing to not just rely on recapturing the fame and fortune or whatever word of mouth you had from before, but being able to prove that I can do this again from zero.
Right.
And no one cares about your laurels.
No. That's right.
You can't lay back on them. Well, I was in a band for 30 years, man. We packed houses. What did you do yesterday?
I played Japan in 1982.
Yeah,
fucking great.
Where'd you play last weekend?
Well, it's every once in a while, I get somebody Googles me, and they'll be like, "You played Madison Square Garden? Why don't you tell people that?" I'm like, "Because that was 2004.
Yeah.
This is 2025,
and no one.
Who the fuck gives a shit?"
Yeah.
Can I say this? Got on a damn airplane. Thought it was going to be the best thing in the world.
Right.
That I could put it on my marquee. We played the Whiskey a Go-Go. Bro. I mean, growing up, dude, I'm just saying that was.
But see, so what it is though is that there's the guys that are going to shove it down your face, right, and use that as their narcissistic ego boost, and there are guys like me who are going to have done it because it was my bucket list to do it. And I will just put a little fucking thing on the wall and walk away. And we'll never talk about it except for on very rare occasions when I can pat myself on the back and be proud of it. But otherwise, you're going to have to ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't live on my past successes that I had.
Because
it means nothing now.
But a lot of people are trying to. And I hate to say it because it's the thing now.
Well,
they
you're
see
right.
George Lynch coming back.
So,
they see, they see all these people coming back.
This is how our culture goes, and why I can have this podcast for 7 or 8 fucking hours. It's everywhere. It's in every movie and everything, every franchise being remade and rebooted and rehashed and redone. It's in all the music. And whereas I will say I loved the celebration of Ozzy Osbourne, I do not like the over commercialization of guys like the Youngblood now is going to release changes.
I know. Right. Yeah.
Because it was such a powerful moment. Now you're going to release it. Yeah. Like, no, okay. Yeah. Now you're capitalizing.
And you feel you have the right since you bought Ozzy a watch, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You had a moment with him before he died, and he passed along this little. It's kind of
like for me, that would have been like I would cherish that and harbor it and hold it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then move on.
Yeah, exactly.
To my next song or my next whatever.
Yeah. He's looking at it like Simon Cowell, who said to the American Idol people, "Hey, listen, I gave you a platform of 32 million people. You don't have a career? That's your fault."
What most people don't understand. See, this was the one. I was on inside for one of these competition shows. And what people don't understand is that everybody thinks, oh, you had a shot. But what people don't understand is that once they give you the shot, before you even get the first camera on you, before you even go into the first studio to record a first vocal, they own past, present, and future publishing rights. So
your name isn't your name anymore.
That is correct. They own fucking everything.
And you're good with it.
Everything.
Right? Until you find out that, wait a minute, I should have made $13 million.
Right? And you're like, and then you wonder why you're starting to see these American Idol alums committing suicide and all these other fucking things going on, because there's some jackass Simon Cowell capitalizing 100% on somebody's complete existence. Ignorance. Anyway,
just ignorance.
Be careful. You guys need contracts for fucking everything, and you need to pay attention to who's exploiting you, because if you're not the guy in charge of your own destiny, somebody else is exploiting you for the benefit of theirs.
Yep.
So,
and hey, if you want to be famous, you got what you wanted.
That's right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Human Clay. This is George and Jay. Make sure that you guys go check them out.
Thank you so much.
And I know when is Earl's? You have an Earl's Hideaway.
December.
Here. December. In December, they will be in our area here in Sebastian at Earl's Hideaway. So take care, you guys. Next week, we have John from the Kiss Alive tribute band. Kiss Alive. Tribute. Bye.
Peace.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you. And you are free.